It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Sears Hometown Store, locally owned and operated right here in Mountain Home.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Thursday, December 10th, 2020, 7 a.m.
Good morning, my good man.
Howdy, howdy. How are you?
I'm very good, and you?
And how's the director's chair over there? I'm good.
It's wonderful.
Yep.
Day 4.
Yep.
It's great.
Yep.
I only made a couple of mistakes yesterday. Got called out.
Mistakes?
Yeah, I switched a couple of screens.
You did?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
It is what it is. It's fine.
That's terrible. Why don't you just switch the cameras instead of the screens?
I know,
Would it be
right?
easier?
No, it was, you were doing the weather, and I was putting the Z Team's logo back up, but then it just didn't look right.
Oh, well. I bet we survived. Well, you know, and Scooter's got these other activities going on right now. You know, he's painting stripes down the new bypass.
Very nice. Well, he's doing a great job there.
Well, yeah,
They're
he
nice
is.
and
You know,
straight.
and see what happened is the first day he did like 4 miles, but the second day he only did 2 miles, and yesterday he can only do a mile. The highway department says, "Well, what's going on?" He says, "Well, it's a long walk back to that bucket of paint." Wait till
Yeah.
There goes the bonus check for Christmas.
Yeah, that's fine.
Welcome to Down on the Corner program. It is brought to you by your hometown Sears store at 1029 Highway 62 East. You can call them at 870-425-3191. The very best in home entertainment, tools, lawn care equipment, and, of course, appliances. They have Kenmore and KitchenAid and all the top name brands, plus they service what they sell and they service what they don't sell.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So if something breaks down, you need somebody, I wish I knew somebody fix this dishwasher, call Sears.
Yep. That's nice.
They got several technicians there that are experienced and know what they're doing. And so,
And you don't have that at the bigger places because they just don't have the capability.
yeah, you go to the box stores and you buy the washer and this thing don't work. Well, where'd you get it? Well, it's your place like 10 minutes ago. Well, sorry, call the 800 number.
There you go, and wait, 2 weeks?
Then you get Julio in San Juan, you know.
I'm sure they'll do a good job now, dang it, Dad. Oh, man.
You ever sent a washer down to San Juan, Puerto Rico? That's why you need to visit your hometown Sears store. As it says on the screen, locally owned and operated.
Yeah.
And, you know, what does that mean to the consumer? That means if they're not successful in serving you, then they're not going to be in business. So they look at the products that are really, really good. If you got a problem with one, they're kind of, let's not go that route, you know.
Right.
And they're not going to oversell. Look at what happened with Senator Flippo. Went in for the vacuum cleaner. Yeah, that one's great. You know, how much is it? $400,000. Oh, yeah, sure. Well, you don't need that much. This over here. Well, it's only $89.99. Well, that'll do what you need.
Yeah.
And it did.
Right. And that's the way I do it at Ultimate. I don't try to oversell you on anything. I just help you find what you need.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. So your hometown Sears store, they're going to help you because when they help you and serve you and treat you right, you're going to come back, and it's service after the sale.
And that means everything.
That means everything.
I just had a repeat customer yesterday buy another vehicle from me, another truck.
Good.
Yep, that's happened 3 times in the past month. That they bought a vehicle. One was about 6 months ago. They bought one. They came back and bought another one. Another one was 2 months ago. They came back and bought another one. Same thing. Probably 2-3 months ago, they came back and bought another one. So husband got one, then the wife got one. Wife got one, and then the husband got one. And they came back, and I'm gonna toot my own horn now because of me.
Good.
Because they like me. They didn't go to another dealer somewhere else.
Good service.
And one couple's from Texas, and they have a house up here, just a little vacation place. And because of my service, just like we're talking about hometown Sears store,
and it's just like you have
they
it
came
Ultimate.
back.
Yeah.
They came back to me.
Hometown service. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So Sears, your hometown, locally owned and operated hometown store. Husqvarna Lawn Care, Craftsman Tools, DeWalt Tools, name brand appliances. You can't beat
Right.
it. And like David at Ultimate is ready to serve you today, just like they are at Sears downtown. They're at 1029 Highway 62 East. That's up on the hill behind Wendy's. Same parking lot as Orscheln's and out in front of Physical Therapy Connection.
Yes, sir.
And they're going to bend over backwards to help you. You know, I think he even did a service call up at Northwest Springfield, Missouri.
Really?
Yeah, drove all the way to Northwest Springfield to help somebody. That's
Wow.
service, yeah.
That's service. That's over
Check
2
them out,
hours.
your hometown
Yeah.
Sears store, locally owned and operated, and that means a lot because they're going to bend over backwards to serve you and help you and make sure you get what you need, and not try to sell you something that we make more money on this one. No, they're going to make sure you get what you need
Right.
at a good price. So Your hometown Sears store, locally owned and operated, 425-3191. They're at 1029 Highway 62 East. We're enjoying Brewed Awakening coffee. How's coffee today?
I've got it this morning. It's very good. Thank
You're
you.
not running circles around the studio yet.
No, I
Need another
watered it down
sip.
some.
Did you water down my coffee?
Yeah, a little bit.
Why is that?
I don't want to say on the air. You know how coffee can run right through you? Well, your coffee is like a locomotive. So I water it down and I make it through the show.
So we got it down to the caboose, huh? Brewed Awakening Coffee is the best coffee in town. 3 locations to serve you. Of course, you have the main lobby at Baxter Regional Medical Center and 62 East Plaza and Bomber Boulevard at 7:05 on the computer clock. They'll be getting busy here in about 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes perhaps. As Mike says, we are real coffee. Now, if you can't go through the drive-thru, you can go through the drive-thru sometime, pick up a bag of beans, half pound, pound and a half, whatever you want. A little bit more expensive than your Folgers or Maxwell House, but well worth it.
Yeah, there's a difference.
They'll grind them for you. Take them home, use your own coffee grinder, But he gets the freshest beans. He says, hey, I can pick up the phone, hey, I need 50 pounds of beans, and they roast them and ship them as fast as they can get them up here. And you've got the freshest coffee at Brewed Awakening.
Yeah.
So.
And if you're grinding on beans, maybe the bag is expensive, but when you divide it out by if you would have just bought the coffee already made, because there's a profit there because they're making it.
Oh yeah.
You'll actually come out better.
Yeah. 3 locations to serve you: Bomber Boulevard, 62 East Plaza, and of course the main lobby of Baxter Regional Hospital. Follow the rules and regulations for the COVID-19 restrictions going into the hospital. As Mike says, we are real coffee. Mochas, lattes, frappuccinos, they've got it all. They've got all the different blends: iced coffee, hot coffee, whatever you want. And can't beat Brewed Awakening. Like I say again, Mike says, hey man, we are real coffee.
Yep.
And it's good stuff.
Very good.
Have coffee with us sometime. Stop by the studio. We're at 1226 Commerce Drive. I'd love to have you stop by, have a cup of coffee, and visit with us, and sit right back over here and watch the show.
Yes, sir.
You betcha. Brewed Awakening Coffee is the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water like he did. He watered it down. Excuse me.
Whoa.
Yeah, holy cow.
Whoa, calm down.
Yeah. Whoa. It's what happens when you take the dog outside when it's cold with wet air.
Yeah.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in the state of Arkansas to serve you, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Here in town, talk to Brad, Bruce, Charlotte, Chris. Anyone there can help you. And can't say enough good things about the Roller Funeral Home people. With all our respect, that's how they do business on a daily basis.
Yeah.
They're caring, loving, understanding. It could be a family member, a friend, loved one, whatever it may be. They'll get you through a very rough time. Caring, loving, and understanding. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect, they bring the morning prayer each and every day. So let's pause real quick for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, in your Holy Scripture, Psalm 46:10, it teaches this. He says, be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. And I notice in these words, I will, and it doesn't say maybe or possibly or someday soon. God says he will be exalted. In my opinion, I think we're seeing what happens when we ignore the Word of God. God has been set aside, expelled from our schools. Sports activities are now more important on weekends than taking time to worship God. Lord, during this virus outbreak, it'd be a good time to just be still and focus on God and to rededicate ourselves to him. Once again, I pray you heal our people, heal our nation, and end the virus. And that's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. Boy, you're good at that.
I'm not bad.
When are you going to teach Scooter? How much you charge for lessons?
He is listening.
He is?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. With that paintbrush in his hand?
He hasn't started yet. It's still dark out, right?
He's got a flashlight in one hand, paintbrush, and he gets down there and paints that stripe on the highway, moves on down.
I want a video of that, too.
Between that and the pogo stick in Australia, right?
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Bob Melinda's the door for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retire to Arkansas.net. And it is time to hear from the Z Team.
Gather around the radio, boys and girls. I have a little story to tell. 'Twas the night before listing, and all through the house, not a computer was stirring, not even its mouse. The CMAs were completed, the contract was signed, all with hopes of selling this house in record time. We sellers were resting all snug in our beds, while visions of sold signs danced in our heads. The house had been staged, decluttered with care, in hopes that great offers soon would be there. The kitchen was gleaming, the sidewalk swept clean. O spirit of curb appeal, make our house be seen. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, we scrambled to see just what was the matter. The Century 21 goalpost had started to glow, a warm golden light on the new fallen snow. When what to our wondering eyes should appear, our Z-Team agents with buyers, my dear. They featured and pointed and showed them the way. They smiled and agreed and nodded, okay. Our house got an offer the very next day. We accepted it and happily moved on our way. So remember this story when you need to move. The Z-Team Realtors will make it go smooth. From Bob and Linda Zadora and the whole Z-Team, Reese Tubbs, Sam McMaster, Darlene Clark, the entire Z-Team staff. We wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And Merry Christmas from the Z-Team.
Yes.
Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793. The website, retiredarkansas.net. Take a peek at the White River.
Yeah, you know, they did a great job on that. They really did.
Yeah.
Oh, here, I've got to, let's push this. Oh, wait, I got to put it over here.
Put it over there.
I'm putting it over there. There we go.
A little bit of fog.
Yeah.
Not bad.
It's okay.
Yeah. The camera's mounted in Marion County, Arkansas, and it's looking into Baxter County, Arkansas, and the fog over the White River. Let's take a look at that September shot real quick. That's the normal shot. That's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, September of 18, I believe it was. And you can see the river separating the two counties, Baxter from Marion County, the 62 East 412 bridge. On the left side of the screen, I said east. It'll go east and west. I mean, you know. Mm-hmm. City of Cotter, the baseball park right there in the little clearing. And you can go to retiredarkansas.net, check this out. Little camera icon in the lower right-hand part of the screen. You take pictures throughout the day. If you go back to the foggy picture, you can see the sunrise. You can see the clear sky above the fog, and, of course, the fog above the White River, and which happens quite often in the wintertime when you get this kind of fog. But you can share that, and while you're at retiredarkansas.net, you can check out all the listings with the Z-Team, Century 21, Lemac Real Estate, and, of course, all the multiple listing service numbers. Both in Arkansas and Missouri, the Z-Team is ready to serve you today. Call them at 870-405-0793, retiredarkansas.net. Right now, 40 degrees in Mountain Home and Harrison, 39 at Batesville, 39 at Salem, 40 at Calico Rock, 33 at Flippin, 28 in Marshall, 39, though, at West Plains already. Around the region, St. Louis checks in at 31. It's 33 at Poplar Bluff, 38. I think that says at Springfield and Watford City, in contrast, is 23. Not that much difference between here and Watford City, North Dakota, where it gets bitterly cold.
Yeah, they're having a pretty good December.
I guess, yeah. You know, normally it's like 30 below up there by now.
Right.
So, a little bit of shower activity in Arizona, New Mexico, and it stretches down into Mexico a little bit there. A little bit up north of the state line of Minnesota, up into Canada. Other than that, the Midwest is clear from the Dakotas down to Texas and all the way over into Tennessee and the Carolinas, and even most of New England clear. A little bit of snow going on in Maine. But other than that, we're looking pretty good. Your highways in Arkansas, 62, 412 east and west. Highway 65 to Branson. 67, 167, Little Rock, Batesville, Poplar Bluff area in good shape. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555, and 530 in Arkansas clear at this time. Interstate 155 at Dyersburg, 412 to Jackson, and I-40, Memphis, Nashville. Looks like it's in good shape. In Missouri, Highway 60 and 160 east and west are clear. Highway 67, 61, and 63 going north and south are clear. Interstate 29, 49, 44, 70, and 55, Kansas City, Columbia, Jefferson City, Springfield, Joplin, and St. Louis, along with Cape Girardeau in good shape. East St. Louis, Illinois, east out of the St. Louis area on I-64 in good shape around Mount Vernon. I-57 down to Cairo, no problems there. No watches or warnings in Arkansas or Missouri at this time. 7-day forecast, 71 today, 60 tomorrow with rain all throughout the day. 49 on Saturday, 43 on Sunday with more rain coming through, then sunny on Monday with 47 degrees showing up. Checking iDrive Arkansas, we have some stopped traffic in Little Rock. I know it's not going to affect us here in Mountain Home, but I show you this so you know how to navigate this. This will tell you what it is. It's on Interstate 530, mile marker 1.6. There's an accident right there reported by Arkansas Department of Transportation. And so the red line means that the traffic is stopped due to the accident, so there's some traffic issues in the Little Rock area. And let's take a look at what's going on in Mountain Home today. We have Cardinal Drive updated, not much traffic going on there. Club Boulevard looking down the hill, a little refresh here after sunrise. This looks out towards Baxter Regional Medical Center, down the hill towards Kent Chevrolet, Highway 5 North Junction. Let it refresh.
Please hold. Please hold.
There it is. A little bit of traffic coming in off of Highway 5 onto the main drag through Mountain Home. Checking state of Missouri, everything looks like it's in good shape. They're still working on Highway 63B in Thayer, Missouri. Bull Shoals Lake sitting at 658.69. Norfolk Lake is at 553.23. Then checking in with our good old buddy coronavirus. All right, for the 6-county area, Baxter, Marion, Searcy, Stone, Izard, and Fulton. Baxter with 172 active with 1,387 recovered. In the other counties, Marion, Searcy, Stone, Izard, and Fulton, 61 active in Marion, 75 in Searcy, Stone with 87, 53 in Izard County with 50 in Fulton. And we get the tip of the hat to Izard County, 53 active with 990 recovered. State of Arkansas, 152,369 confirmed cases with recovered 155,077, so there's probable cases of 24,283. In the hospital in the state, 1,064. Let me bring this up on the hospital information real quick. There we go. In the state of Arkansas, there's, 14.4 people in the hospital per county, 1,064 positive admissions, 375 in ICU, and 179 on ventilators. On the north central Arkansas scale, we are looking at 78 hospital admissions in the counties from Marion, Baxter, Stone, Fulton, Izard, all the way down to Jackson County. That's east of Batesville. 21 in ICU and 8 on ventilators. And that is in this section of Arkansas that you see the cursor on right now. Did I cover everything? No, I got crude oil prices. Where we had oil, I noticed the oil prices are going up a little bit. Yeah, it's up a little bit, up $1.27 at 46.10. Come on, get that oil price down. Stock market closed down 105 points, closed at 30,068.81. Still shows a very strong market where it was 29,000 back to 18 after the COVID-19 pandemic hit, and it's back up to 30,000, still in record territory. All right. The weather and all the good things are brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zador, for all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793, retiredarkansas.net. And Michele Paden's going to join us here in a minute.
Yes, sir.
Yay, going to be fun.
Yes.
So we'll be right back.
Okay.
F.A.D.'s Mexican Restaurant, we're here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
Did you know when you shop at Sears Hometown Stores, you are supporting your local community? That's right. Your local Sears Hometown Store is locally owned and operated by one of your neighbors. Their store offers the best of what Sears has to offer with the top brands and appliances, tools, and lawn and garden. They also offer great financing options that work no matter what you need. Remember to stop by your local Sears Hometown Store today and support a local member of your community.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora of the Z-Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm. Be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call. 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredarkansas.net.
At MSI, they're not just another trash service. They're your friendly, family-owned and operated trash service, providing residential, commercial, and roll-off pickup. MSI offers competitive rates and services 5 counties in the north central Arkansas area. Various dumpster sizes available for commercial and accommodating you with weekly pickup for your convenience. Call Tammy or Kathy today at MSI. MSI Trash Service, small enough to know you and large enough to service you. Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Now, when you get down to 1, does that mean it's time to talk now?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the only time he talks?
Yes.
Oh.
Michelle's here from F.A.D.D. How you been?
Good. Long time no see.
Boy, it has been.
Wow.
What a year.
Yeah. It's been
Stub your toe. You got COVID.
crazy.
You know.
Crazy. Had some events scheduled in the spring right before school was out. Of course, all those were canceled and nothing this fall. So just totally revamping, but still trying to get the message out that distractive driving changes lives in seconds behind the wheel of a car, and to stop and think about what you do. We've had to stop and think a lot this year and think about what we do and what we don't do and how that affects other people. Well, that's the same when you're driving.
You know, when you first started with this, I had one of the old flip phones, and I thought, well, I'm going to try it. So I'm going west to east on a residential street, and I thought I'd type the word yes, you know, so keep driving. By the time I got 2 letters in there, I've moved off of the road almost 4 feet, or off of the, you know, I thought, how on earth? I mean,
and we get caught up, and we're addicted. We're addicted to our cell phones, and when it rings and dings, we immediately grab it, and before we know it, we can do that while we're driving, and that
and you know, I was talking to somebody 2 or 3 weeks, maybe at Thanksgiving. When we lived outside of the St. Louis area, we'd go camping. We'd go to southeast Missouri, a place called Big Springs at Van Buren. And back then, that town, well, now it's not much of a big town either. Maybe 600 people live there. It's right on Highway 60. But we'd pack the tent and the lanterns and everything in the back, and then we'd start the car, and we'd head to Southern. We had no cell phone. And at one time, one car didn't even have a radio. You know, all you had was a heater and crank windows. That's all the options were in the cars. We didn't think twice about it.
Yeah. But we need to think twice about it, because lives are being lost or forever changed every day because of someone's being distracted behind the wheel, be it a cell phone, be it kids in the back seat, eating, drinking. So we need to stop and identify our top 5 distractions, and I can probably guarantee you your cell phone is in that top 5. So do what you can, do your part to make our roadways safer, and think about the lives that are forever going to be changed because of something that you did.
I'm trying to see what you have on Facebook to see if you've got any pictures. Yeah, here's some right here. Okay, you can pull that up, David. This is
that actually is that the one? Yeah, that's actually Sandra Monger's daughter.
Really?
And her grandbaby were involved in that accident
due to distractive driving.
Yeah, and
so they got rear-ended?
Yes. And it just reiterates, it happens to everyone.
Yeah.
It's not just in your metro areas. It can happen anytime, any place, anywhere. It doesn't discriminate, no matter what age.
And the last time you were here, you had the little things. I've gave a bunch of those away. And
I should have brought you more.
And parents are, wow, okay, you know. But
he's talking about a cell slip, and what you do is you put your cell phone in there, and it totally blocks all cell phone communication. And so it's a win-win situation. When you arrive to your destination safely, you pull your cell phone out, and the next win is you haven't missed out on anything, because when you pull it out, it catches up all your cell phone calls, text, email is right there. And that's the number one reason why people use their cell phone behind the wheel. It's fear of missing out. But think about all the things that you're going to miss out on if you're not here, or you're not physically capable of doing them.
Yeah.
So it's a problem, and it's something that we need to stop and think about and be responsible behind the wheel.
One time he saw somebody on the cell phone painting their toenails while driving down Lakeshore Drive in Chicago. I mean, the lady had her foot on the dashboard painting on the phone and sitting there driving.
How is that even possible?
Yeah. I'd like to see the video on that one.
Yeah.
But, you know, in this day and time, you know, traffic, I mean, can you imagine being on your cell phone? Let's say you went 11:30, 11:45, 12 o'clock from Mountain Home in normal situations when everybody's out and about, no COVID-19 stuff to keep us home. But you're going down the hill. Can you imagine being distracted going down the hill all the way down to Cardinal to turn left, or even going on in, say, to College? There's a lot of traffic there at the lunchtime.
Mm-hmm. Or even, I mean, even being distracted in a school zone. Oh. And there's kids.
Well, let's talk about that, because I think there's a law. You can't be on the phone.
No, it is a cell-free zone. You are not to be on your phone in any form or fashion in a school zone or a work zone. But seconds, just seconds, looking down at your phone.
Yeah.
Or, you know, a child darting out in the road to catch a ball. There's a video that I share on our Facebook page, and in seconds, that child runs out not thinking to get the ball. Or an animal. You know, I'm an animal lover too.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about that later. It's amazing what, since 2013, so the past 7 years, how my whole life has sort of evolved and revolved around distracted driving. It's gotten me in trouble.
Okay, think about it. You're driving, let's say you're doing 30 miles an hour. Okay, your phone rings, or somebody sends you a text, and you pull it up, you hit the button, and you're reading that. The time it takes for me to look, like the monitor here would be the highway. Okay, so watch that clock, time me here on that second clock. So if I turn my head and I look over here, I pull up, oh, okay, and I turn back. How many seconds was that?
5.
Okay, and I'm doing 30 miles an hour. How far did I just travel?
Almost.
Because what happens once I look here, and back, I have to refocus. And so it's that reaction time.
Well, if you're traveling 50 miles an hour and you look down 5 seconds, you travel the length of a football field.
That fast?
That fast.
Really? At 50?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to remember that. I had heard that before, the length of a football field, but I couldn't remember how long. And it wasn't long that you looked down.
Yeah.
What was that stat again? Say that again now. If you're traveling
50 or 50, it might be 55. Around 50, 55 miles an hour, you travel the length of a football field when you look down at your phone for 5 seconds.
Yeah. You just went through a whole football team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
that's scary.
Vehicles can be replaced. You can go down to the dealership and you can buy another vehicle.
Sure, they'll sell you one.
Your life cannot.
Yeah. Or the life of somebody else.
Yeah. And the ironic thing is, I think we've talked about this before, but prior to moving here, I handled auto claims for 2 major insurance companies, and that was my job. And I handled it day in and day out, but that didn't happen to anyone that I love and knew, you know. But believe me, it can.
Yeah.
And because
now it's not a claim number; it's
personal. Yeah, it's personal. Because
she had a nephew in an accident riding with somebody that was thrown from the truck, and he's paraplegic.
Yeah.
Oh,
but he was a top-notch swimmer. What, all state something?
Yeah, he was one of the top 6 male swimmers in the state of Arkansas, and he's actually medically deemed to be a quad. He does have use of his shoulders, elbows, and in arms and hands a little bit.
Does he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that an improvement from what?
He's had a surgery and he's been able to grasp more on one hand, but no significant improvement. And that was August 2013.
Wow.
7 years ago.
Been that long.
Yeah.
A lot of water under the bridge. And you know, sip a Coke, grab a hamburger, you know.
Yep. I'm guilty of it.
Yeah. The burger in left hand, drive like this. Drive with this hand and eat the burger.
Yeah.
We try to cram too much into what we do behind the wheel. We think we can multitask. And it's one area that that it shouldn't be done in.
Oh, man. 50 to 55 miles an hour. You travel the length of a football field in 5 seconds. You know, I don't know if it's so much harder. You know, you got the phone, but, you know, just trying to text. I mean, you know, and spell check works so well.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I could.
And then you get flustered trying to correct that. So that's, you know, a lot of people say, well, I use talk to text. Well, if you're looking at it on your screen of your car and then all of a sudden the word comes out wrong and then you're getting flustered trying to figure out how to say it or go back and correct it, then
I could text David saying, how about lunch? And it'll come out, how many pancakes does it take to cover a doghouse? I mean, it don't, you know, it's just, you just leave it go.
Yeah.
Pull over.
Take care of it before you get behind the wheel. If you're running late.
Somebody called me, it's been about a week or so ago, and I had to take the call, so I took it and I said, I'm driving, let me park, hang on. I had it on the seat. Okay, found a place to pull off.
Yeah.
It was out by Goodwill, you know, in town. Took the call, but there was a lot of traffic that day.
Yeah.
Well,
But even if it's not another car, if it's a building, you know, that you run into or mailbox that you wipe out, yes, those things can be replaced, but you can't.
you know, I wonder if I can find, I may do that during the break. There was a crash test. And even though it was 40, 50 years ago, I'll see if I can find that crash test. It will surprise you how devastating, even today, and I know cars nowadays, and David could probably relate more in this, I like more of the cars of the 60s and early 70s, where David sells cars now of the modern area, of course. But to see how devastating a 30 to 50 mile an hour side impact, there was 260 Plymouths. I mean, these cars just fly apart. Nowadays, your cars are more prone to, they're mainly like NASCARs. You know, these guys can hit a wall at 205 miles an hour and say, whew, you know, where's my coffee? You know.
Right.
But
that's the scary thing. We have the safest vehicles ever coming off the production lines. Mm-hmm. But guess what? Injuries and deaths due to auto crashes
are still
on the rise. So the safety is there, but you still have to do your part when you're behind the wheel. And yes, there's probably more people walking away from accidents because of all the safety features. And not to mention our auto premiums. Everyone pays when it comes to distracted driving, whether you do it or not. Some people pay in lives, serious injuries.
Okay, 7:30. Let's take a break. I'm going to see if I can find that crash test. So be right back. A step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
When you think
737, I found this crash test. Now this is an old clip, but I want to show you what we have evolved from, and this kind of shows you, we took it for granted in 1960. Mm-hmm. We did. But,
seat belts were not, who wore their seat belt?
Nobody.
You had a lap belt. I think in Plymouth they allowed 2 belts in the front seat and there was nothing else. Mm-hmm. We had a 65 Chrysler. We had to add the belts to the back seat.
Didn't have to worry about a cell phone, did you?
No cell phone. There was no airbag. And even on a 60 Plymouth, the master cylinder was still a single reservoir. What that means is all 4 brakes were fed by the same hydraulic unit. Now it's a split unit where the front is one part and the rear the other, so you won't lose all 4 brakes. Because on the cars here in this video that we're fixing to see, you've got brake hoses that feed each line or each brake. If one of them broke, you lost all the fluid, you lost all the brakes. So you have a single reservoir, non-power brake, no anti-lock. I mean, so you're ready to take this shot?
Yep.
You ready? Go ahead and take it. Now watch this 30-mile-an-hour crash. Look how bad these cars fly apart.
Right.
This is in 1960. Let me do it again. Let me replay it. And look, that guy, the dummy came out of the car that hit. Now, let's put this in perspective. Now we've got airbags, anti-lock brakes. That was nylon tires with tubes. Now you've got radial tires. And yet.
Yeah, different world.
Yeah, different world.
Because of
But
Distractive.
it all boils down to one piece of the puzzle. There's 5 pieces of the puzzle when you're talking about distracted driving. Legislation, our judicial system, education, law enforcement. But the 5th and most important piece of the puzzle,
us responsibility.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. Maybe people feel safer in these new cars.
I
and
think
they
so. I
feel
think
like
we have
it's
a
gonna
sense.
Be okay.
Yeah, we have a sense of safety, but it's scary. It's scary. We take it for granted every time that we arrive to our destination safely. And, you know, prior to this year, I mean, I traveled a lot.
Yeah.
And I cannot tell you how many times I've had near
Well, I was on
close call
Interstate
accidents.
65. I was in downtown Nashville, heading south on I-65, and I think the speed limit was 60 through that part of Nashville, and all of a sudden this car on the right just comes over. I thought, dude, you know.
Yeah.
I thought, there's not going to be any pain
Well,
over
people
here.
tell me all the time, well, you don't have to talk to me about that because I don't do that. And I said, oh, okay. But guess what? The person on the other side of the road is doing it.
Yeah.
And you're just as much at risk, if not more.
Oh.
Because you do not have control over what they do behind
Yeah.
I was
wheel of the
sitting
car.
at Cardinal at 5, ready to turn left on 5, behind some young girl, and you could see she had it up, the phone up around, and she's typing on the phone, and the light's green. I'm gonna sit here and just see how long it takes her to get off the phone to go through the green light.
Yeah.
You know. But you know, something else we got an issue in Mountain Home is that funny looking little sign that says STOP. That's not merely a suggestion. I mean, it's like, yeah, I'll do it next time.
Might not be a next time.
It may not be.
Yeah.
We do have an issue with this stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
And so to bring it to the
Well, driving is a privilege.
Mhm.
It's not a right. And there's so many times that people are given a citation and they go before the judge and the judge just slaps their hand. That's fine after a couple of times, but when you're talking about DWI, when you're talking about using your cell phone behind the wheel, when you're talking about reckless driving, and it's time after time after time, and people are not suffering the consequences of their actions, we're not doing enough to get their attention.
But and let me point something else out. This is kind of out in left field, but I'm going to trying to weave it into this discussion. We take our cars for granted, and we can just do anything we want to do. Years ago, there's helping somebody with a car, and I said, "You need wiper blades." But it hasn't rained in weeks and weeks. I said, "Do you park on a parking lot in sunlight ever?" Well, yeah. You don't realize that your windshield wiper blades will sit there and cook. So you wait until the last minute. Oh, it's raining, and the windows are smeary. They just don't think. Well, I haven't used my wipers in 3 or 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, it hasn't rained. That's not the point. The wipers, the rubber squeegee part has dried out.
Yeah. It reduces your visibility.
Well, they shouldn't. They should be fine. And so you got smeary windows, fog, perhaps. How many times have you seen somebody with ice on the window? They're looking at it like a portal.
Yeah. I saw one yesterday, and it was smaller than a portal. It was probably 3 by 4 inches, and I thought, how are you driving right now?
I mean, you don't have any peripheral.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You've taken on quite a bit.
Yeah.
So where are you at with the legislation on some of this stuff? Where are we at? Let's do the chronological order of legislation in Arkansas.
Well,
I mean, you've been on CBS and NBC. You've been on the networks with this stuff.
2015, I started with the Arkansas legislator. We went back 2017, 2019. Believe it or not, there's been times that we've had to do what we could to keep the laws on the books that are already there. People trying to say, oh, it's okay to use your cell phone behind the wheel. It's my right. You're taking away my right. So we've made progress, but we're still not where we need to be, because if you're able to use your phone after a certain age, when you reach a certain age limit, you're still able to dial it and talk on it and hold it in your hand. It's hard for law enforcement to enforce that, because when my daughter has her makeup and her hair done, she looks like she's 25. So, and some people just don't age, like you, Dale. They don't age very. So
I don't look a day over 81, right?
You're right.
So, it makes it hard for law enforcement to say, are they over the age of 21? Should they be using their cell phone, holding it? So if we went to hands-free law, then it's this black and white. If you're holding your phone, you're breaking the law. So that's the goal this next year with the Arkansas legislator. Of course, there's a lot of things that carry importance in the state right now, considering everything that's going on. But I hope that doesn't get put on the back burner, because, like I said, this has been a problem. It's going to continue to be a problem, and we need to do what we can to make our roadways safer for everyone, whether you use your cell phone or not, or whether you drive distracted or not, which we all do in some form or fashion. And people come up to me and they're like, they feel like they have to confess. Oh, I do this behind the wheel, or oh, I do this. I have a confession. My number one distraction behind the wheel is mental distraction. I can mentally be zoned out and clicking off all the things that I need to do today. Before I know it, I've went to work and it's Sunday morning. I've pulled up at work, or I went to the grocery store and I meant to go to the cleaners. You're just, you're mentally zoned out. And so identify your distraction and try to be more proactive and responsible behind the wheel. We got to talking about dogs. I think Celine made an appearance when we first got her because of F.A.D D, because of my nephew. He received a dog from an organization.
Can I pull it up on Facebook?
Yeah, the Paden Pack -CCI.
It's what now?
The Paden Pack.
That's what it is on Facebook?
Mm-hmm. The Paden Pack, PACK-CCI. But we raised Celine for this organization that my nephew received his dog from, and the reason why is because their service dogs are given free of charge to someone with a qualifying disability. So we raised Celine. We had her for 1.5 years. She went to professional training, puppy college. She was there for 6 months. Fortunately, because our heart was in it too, but she did not make it. And so we got her back on September 7th of this year, and she's our forever pet now. But we've decided to do it again, and on Monday we get another dog and start the whole process over again. So we'll have to make an appearance with her, just like we did
need to bring her in
with Celine.
All right.
But it's called the Paden Pack -CCI Service Dogs in Training. And you can follow our journey. Celine's journey's on there, but you can follow our journey with our new dog. All we know right now is that she's a female. We do not know a name.
Picking it up for some reason.
We do not know the exact breed. It'll be either a lab, a golden, or a mix. And then the way that they name their dogs is each litter follows the alphabet. So whatever letter of the alphabet is next. And rumor has it we're going to get one from the P litter. So all the dogs in that litter are P names. Just like Celine was in the C litter. Celine was actually a donor dog, so someone donated $50,000 to be able to name her, and she was considered to be a VIP, a very important puppy, because she was already paid for before we received her. Because these dogs are worth $50,000 to $60,000 when it's all said and done, if they go through the process completely and become a service dog.
Take a quick break. What's it say, 7:48?
Yes.
All right, be right back.
About Hospice of the Ozarks. It's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, We hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you, your not-for-profit option since 1979.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
Did you know when you shop at Sears Hometown Stores, you are supporting your local community? That's right. Your local Sears Hometown Store is locally owned and operated by one of your neighbors. Their store offers the best of what Sears has to offer with the top brands and appliances, tools, and lawn and garden. They also offer great financing options that work no matter what you need. Remember to stop by your local Sears Hometown Store today and support a local member of your community.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora of the Z-Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm. Be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call. 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
At MSI,
Almost 7:52. I finally found the picture of Celine. We'll throw that up there.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, she's ours forever now.
Yep.
Beautiful dog.
Yep.
She's man, the time and energy and you sign on for the financial responsibility of the first year and a half, but I tell you, the biggest thing is your heart. You have this dog in your house for a year and a half. We flew back out to California because we were in the training center that was in Oceanside at the time. We've now been moved to Orlando, but flew back out to California, did the leash exchange, and she started puppy college. That was February 14th, so she was out in California up until actually we got the call August 18th that she was being released from their program. And because of the pandemic, we didn't get her back till September 7th because you weren't able to fly dogs at that point because of the COVID pandemic. And so we had some friends that were in the process of moving back to Arkansas, and they drove her back.
That's something.
Yeah.
This is her as a puppy?
Yes. Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
They're so cute as puppies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Monday, actually, our girl will fly into, they are flying dogs now again.
Are they?
2 airlines, American and Frontier, are flying commercially. So we are able to get our dog, but in Dallas, it has to be a direct flight. So ours will fly in on Friday. There was 2 dogs that are coming to Arkansas were received yesterday. They'll be raised on the campus of UCA. They have a program there called Living Unleashed.
Really?
And students and faculty members raise these dogs. They're, again, the first year and a half of their life. They're exposing them to different situations, different circumstances, environments. trying to get them ready for puppy college, and then you give them back and hope for the best. So we start the process over again. We'll go to Little Rock, and a lady's driving down Sunday and going to bring all 3 of them back, and so we will get ours on Monday when we meet her in Little Rock.
There you go.
So all we know it's a little girl. Yeah. She could be black, she could be yellow, or golden. So we'll see.
We'll see.
Wow. We'll have to. You can go to our Facebook page and follow the journey. That's what we did with Celine and everything that we did with her. She went to dance team competitions. She met Lieutenant Governor
Tim Griffin.
She went to pageants. Anywhere and everywhere that we went snow skiing. She went with us. That was sort of cut short a little bit because she actually went into heat and we had to put her in a kennel. But she did many miles with us, and the more we were out and about, the better for her, because that built her confidence.
Wow, that's something else.
Yeah.
What do we got, about 4.5 minutes? Yep.
It's a life changer.
Oh, it is. And I thought when you were taking that dog out there, I thought, ooh, that just I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can. It's not easy.
No.
And Mackenzie and I wanted to do it the first time, and then Matt really wanted to do it the second time, and he said, so you've got to sign up with me because I did it with you and Mackenzie. But it's hard, but the ultimate goal is to give the gift of independence to someone in need. And when you see that, and you see how much these dogs make a difference in the life of someone, and this particular organization has hearing dogs, post-traumatic stress syndrome dogs for vets, facility dogs, skilled companions for kids with disability, and then the highest is a service team, and that's for someone that has mobility issues, that's actually in a wheelchair or uses a walker, and they can pick up things that they drop, open and close doors, turn on and off lights. Celine knows how to pick up an object. You can put a pen on the floor and you can tell her she'll go over and pick it up, come back to us, and then we hold her hand out and we tell her to drop, and she'll drop it.
Wow, that's pretty good.
So
that's cool. Yeah.
But just letting that dog go, that's tough.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody asked me one time about my dog Pepper. What would you take to swap Pepper? And I said, let me tell you what, if somebody knocked on my door holding 2 of the finest Gresh Country Gentleman guitars, I keep my dog.
Yeah. They become part of your family.
And I've been wanting a country gent since 1967. So, Pepper's my boy.
Right.
And it's funny because I think, and I truly do believe, like, with everything that was going on, Mackenzie's senior year and then the beginning of this pandemic, right before we turned her in, she knew something was going on. So if I would be at the sink and I was washing dishes, she would come and get between me and the sink and put pressure on me.
Ooh, she sensed it.
She sensed it. Or there's times that she'll come up and she'll just paw at me, and she is just wanting me to get down on the floor, and one of her commands is cradle, and so she just will cradle in your lap, and you just, these dogs are amazing.
Yeah, they are.
We do not give them enough benefit.
Well, my little dog, he's not trained at all, but ever so often, and he'll probably start doing it today. He'll walk over the front door and sniff, and he'll come back and look back, walk over and sniff. It's going to rain tomorrow. Yeah. He can pick out a thunderstorm in Amarillo, Texas.
Dang, that's impressive.
We're responsible for approximately 30 commands, and Patty Sontag with Canine Angels was our trainer here. She was so awesome and great. So we work on those 30 commands, but when they are actually graduate, they know between 30 and 40 commands. Wow. They go to the bathroom on command, sit, down, up,
wow,
heel, side.
It's extensive training.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad you got her back, though.
Yeah. But like Mackenzie said, my prayers were answered. She wanted her back.
There you go. We got, what, 30, 40 seconds. Final thoughts. Families Against Distractive Driving. It's on driving. It's on Facebook. And put the phone down when you drive.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, you'll be going out to David by another car.
Right. If you make it.
If you make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's like I said,
Excuse
we take it for granted every day.
Yep.
We really do. That we arrive home safely.
Yeah.
Because it's not, like I said, it's not just in metro areas. There's people every day.
You got to watch here in town.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I think we've ran out of time. Thanks for being here. It's good
Yeah,
to see you
it's
again.
good to see you.
We have to get the puppy in here.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll
Give me a
schedule
call.
a date.
All right. We got to run. We'll see y'all tomorrow.